Hey guys, what is up? So today we are doing the Ask Laurel thread just a little bit early because I am traveling and I didn't want to cancel it altogether. So I wanted to make sure that we at least had a day or two to get some questions in. Now, just as a reminder, before you use the Ask Laurel thread, please make sure that you are reading these rules. There's nothing that sucks worse than having to hear from my team that they've had to delete questions because rules were broken. But yeah, just make sure. We typically do these on Thursday. But like I said, due to me traveling, we're doing these just a little bit early. So I'm going to go ahead and dig right in because I've had a busy day today. So I'm going to start off with Terry, who said, would appreciate your help. Would you run a power offer to a cold audience via an ad? And if yes, what would be the preferred style of campaign? Is it promoting some apartment condos in Australia? So Terry, I would tell you to actually follow my ad strategy and my ecosystem strategy, because here's the thing. If you are trying to get people to invest in a property, this is definitely not the best ad to do that. It looks scammy. It doesn't look real. I would recommend going onto YouTube and just typing in investment properties. I just typed in Florida, but you will see that, you know, the types of videos that people are doing, a lot of them are like showing off the property. Some of them are more educational. Some of them are, you know, giving you a tour around the area. But lots and lots of inspiration, because guess what? These are your competition. As a matter of fact, if you are in, let's see, Perth, you could even type in Perth, Australia, and see what comes up. Yeah, look, top suburbs. Like, look at this. Like compare the views from these ads, which, remember, even though this is organic content, they're still free advertisement, right? These are all like your competition. Like, check this out. Like look at all of these videos compared to this. What would you click on? What do you think is more legit? So make sure that you're following my ecosystem strategy, because yes, I would run ads. I would probably build some kind of application funnel. We do this for investment properties all the time. But you need to at least make sure that you have access to the properties, or at least some decent stuff. Because like I said, lots of stuff here that is super beautiful, that is way more clickable than something like this. James says, not sure how to read these results from my power content and conversion multipliers. The cost per 25 seems good. I think the hook rate is 32. No, you didn't do the percentages here. That's the only one. So you can see 40%. These are all hitting KPI except this first one. So you are doing okay. You just forgot to tell Facebook to do these in percentages, but not bad. It is hitting the hook rate. If you're not generating conversations, that's a whole other story, but your hook rate and everything is good. Let's just kind of take a look at an ad or two just to kind of see if we can help you optimize some of this stuff. So let's see if we go here. Let's focus on this one, right? If you struggle to make exercise a constant habit, grab a copy of my one-page guide to setting up implementation intentions. I don't think your audience would respond to this type of ad. Like, what is the problem that you're solving? It's not clear. Like, I guess struggling to make exercise a consistent habit, but it doesn't tell me why I should actually watch this video. I do like it where it says, do you miss your workouts because you're too busy? But it doesn't tell me who it's for. Like, who do you cater to? So while your stuff seems to be hitting the mark, like I said, your hook rate and everything, let me blow this back down. Your hook rate is fine. Like, you just need to make it show up in percentages, but everything's good. Conversations take time. Remember, the main goal of power content videos is to not have conversations. It's to actually get people to watch your video. And then whenever they're ready to talk to you, the conversion multiplier will pick up the conversation. But I would just keep going. This looks good. If you are not hitting your conversations on your conversion multipliers, I would keep testing new ones. Because if you're not getting conversations, it just means that you haven't given them a specific offer. And like I said, that implementation thing isn't really sexy. It's not something that I would want. Like, what problem is it solving? Like, if you're trying to solve the problem of people not having time to get their workout in, you might try a value bomb that says something like, 5 workouts that only take 5 minutes in order to, drop 5 pounds in the first week or something like that, right? That's way more specific. So just try choosing a value bomb that solves a very specific problem. Let's see. Becky says, I have a Facebook group of 16,000 full of my exact audience, but my reach is terrible. When I post my power content in the group, I have a reach of like 200 to 350. I wouldn't post power content in the group. Power content is designed as an outside source, not a gated source. Let's see. My highest engaging post thus far has 19. Okay. So here's the thing. And you said she feels that you are talking to someone with much more social media experience than I, feels that she can post more often. Nope, posting more often in the group will not help. As a matter of fact, it can make it worse. So if we take a look at my graduation framework, this is something that I work on with my Lean on Laurel students. The secret to more engagement is actually less posts, more intention. Okay. So here are a couple of posts that will blow up your Facebook group and allow you to actually win over clients. So post number 1 is making sure that you have a pinned post that's evergreen and it offers value. You can see here, this is one of my most successful posts. As a matter of fact, I had to take it down. It was so successful. I didn't have time to keep up with the amount of conversations that were happening. But you can see here, it's an assessment piece. So post number 1, I recommend doing an assessment piece. And so when people come into the group, this is kind of the first thing that they're going to see. And making people choose an answer and talking back with them, because like you want this to help you assess where people are whenever they come into your world. Then post number 2 is a weekly problem solving post, which, by the way, my Ask Laurel thread, that is a weekly problem solving post where people come and they make comments. That's the secret to having an engaging Facebook group, is making sure that you're posting things that people will comment on. And that's why power content is best suited for outside of the Facebook group, because once you get inside the Facebook group, you want to move people, right? You want to create a group that people don't live in. You want to create a group where people are going to graduate to another phase, right? And then I do a monthly workshop, and I recommend pulling people away and pulling them on Zoom. So as a matter of fact, inside the program, if you go to the replay vault, and I want to say it's in the workshop vault, there is a training on how to launch and fill a profitable Facebook group that actually goes through this framework that I am actually talking about right now. Let's see. Lee says, I'm getting messages. Some are spammy, some are possible leads. One asking for value bombs. What is the protocol here and strategy to build rapport? Well, that is my entire ecosystem. So Lee, if you're having issues with this, you just need to do the optimization. A lot of you guys are skipping this part, but if you go to optimizing the first flywheel, this is the work that has to be done right here. As a matter of fact, there's a resource that says no one asking for a value bomb. Click here, and there's another training. But yeah, make sure that you guys are watching. If you're in phase 1, make sure you do not skip optimizing the flywheel, and definitely make sure that you do not skip adding content for warm traffic. It sounds like you just need to do more of the strategy. And you haven't given me context as to how many times you've posted, how many videos have you tested, how many conversion multipliers have you tested. So I recommend watching this training on optimizing your first flywheel, because this is the work that needs to be done until you're getting people added to your invisible list and you're having as many conversations as you actually need. For those who have a low budget, here's how to run the phase 1 ecosystem on a $500 a month less. But yeah, a lot of you guys are skipping this super important section right there. Let's see. Debashish says, how to choose the right audience in Facebook Ads Manager. I'm in the mental health business and I give counseling services. I am from India, a country with multiple languages and ethnicity. While making an audience, I choose top big cities, age group 25 to 55, both men and women, but I guess I'm doing something wrong while choosing interest, behaviors, and detailed targeting section. First of all, my business keyword related interests are not available, like depression, anxiety. No, it's not. Neither are any popular person. There are a few interests I could. Facebook doesn't want you to specifically target these people. What you have to do is you have to do some research. So for example, I had a client who was targeting people who have anxiety. And so all I did was I looked, and so actually I'll do this in real time. So, okay. So you're in the mental health business and I give counseling services. So in India, so if you go to Google, right? In India, who suffers, I would say which demographic suffers the most from depression and mental health, right? And so now you can see in India, the National Mental Health Survey revealed that 15% Indian adults need active intervention. It is estimated India had over 258 suicides, with the age group of 15 to 49 being the most affected. So now you know, right, 15 to 49 is the age group that is most affected. So if you say something like, look at this, so major depression, females 10.3% compared to 6.2. So now you know that there are twice as many females. So now you know that you should choose, 25 to 49 and choose women. And then you could go even further. And it's like, what jobs do people, like, then you could say in India, which jobs, let's see, in India, which type of jobs do people with the most mental health hold? And so this is literally what you have to do, right? Which jobs have, so social workers, disability lawyers, long-term care. So social work is a type of industry that you can target. Health industry, first responders, which are also targetable. So that's how you have to do it. You can't, we need to stop thinking about targeting based upon the problem. We really have to start thinking about targeting based on the demographic. So already now, you know that the age group, you know that it's more women, and you know the type of jobs that they actually have. So now you could actually target women of that age in those industries, and your ad is likely going to get put in front of people who could possibly be suffering. Now, here's the thing. You need to make sure that you write your ads in third person. You do not want to write any ads in second person, meaning you don't want to see, are you suffering from depression? You could just say something like 16% of women in India suffer from mental health issues. Here's why that number keeps growing, and then educate a little. So you have to stay in third person. So let me actually make sure I'm not skipping anybody. So Sergio says, hey Laurel, I implemented some retargeting videos and getting good results so far. Thank you. Was wondering if you increase budget for retargeting or always keep it at $2 per ad. I have around 40,000 people in the retargeting audience who have interacted with the Instagram page in the last 365 days and want to know if they increase budget based on audience size. Yes. I increase the budget size until the frequency gets too high. When the frequency gets to about 6 or 7 in a week, I start tapering off, but I start at $2 a day and I keep turning up the budget until my ads are being seen too frequent. Let's see. I think I got everyone. Let's see. Geo. Hello, Laurel. Quick question. Should I use the brick and mortar strategy for an interior designer, or this industry qualifies as service and I should develop the whole ecosystem? So here's the thing. I think people think that I don't do the ecosystem depending on some industries. Every single industry, whether you're brick and mortar, whether you're e-commerce, whether you're anything, they require the entire ecosystem. And so whether you are, and the only reason I have these separated out is because I think a lot of people have issues trying to apply it when, you know, in a situation where I'm not specifically talking about brick and mortar. But if you go to the brick and mortar section, which is under Replay Vault, brick and mortar workshop, you will see that I have trainings for people who, like, this is what the ecosystem looks like. This is at time code 20, but this is the ecosystem, right? So you can see there's conversion multipliers here, there's videos, and you can actually see here, I've got 20 reels on how to actually run these conversion multipliers and all the hooks and examples and all that kind of stuff. So we do run the entire ecosystem for brick and mortar. We just do it in a much simpler way than the online coaching space. But you can see here, these are everything that you need in order to execute the brick and mortar strategy. is here. So you can see how to recreate your retargeting audiences, how to boost a post on your business page. So essentially it's power content, and then you boost everything, including conversion multipliers, including written post. So think about the bottom of the ecosystem where you're doing boosted post, you're doing conversion multipliers in the hot 7. For Brick and Mortar, we just condense it into one, and it's boosted post. So basically power content, retarget to boosted posts that are made up of Reels videos, of written success stories, reviews, and all of that fun stuff. So we do follow the same ecosystem, but it's just, you don't have to go into as much education as you do for the online coaching space. And so that's why the online coaching space we have, or service, providers, they have these, really long funnels and these really long nurture patterns, where with Brick and Mortar, you just have to do this. It's super, super easy. So hopefully that makes sense. Like I said, I'm going to be out of the office for the next couple of days. I'm going to be traveling. But anyway, I will see you guys next week. Love you all. And you guys have a great week.